Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, or if you are in the United States, Europe, or good evening if you are in Africa, Cameroon in particular. My name is Lambert Mbom, and I'm coming to you from Washington, D.C. Today, the Lambom Show is on again, and tonight, this morning, we are privileged and honored to be introducing to you one of the great mysteries that has been uncovered in this decade, this century. And I call it a mystery. I call it, um, I'll say it's a gift that Mr. Paul Atang has given to Cameroon, to Africa, to the world. A new college and university that is scheduled to open its doors September 2024. St. Mary's College and University Institute. That's the name of the new gift that Mr. Paul Atang, who is always giving, has given the world. And with us today to unveil this gift, to unveil this package, is Mrs. Pristel Abeandong, the vice principal of the new college. Hi, Miss Pristel, how are you?
Hi, Lambert. I'm good. I'm excited to be here today.
So thank you for accepting to do this, and I'll tell your technician to get you closer to the router because your internet is. I know the problems there, but just before, while he's taking care of that, I would like to play a video of St. Mary's. Many people have seen different snippets of it, but let me play the most recent one that we got, and hope that people like it. So let me
Okay.
get to. I hope this works. Share screen. So I was trying to get us to watch this YouTube, but I don't think it's playing on, but that's fine. So Miss Bristol, tell us St.
Yes.
Mary's College and University. Somebody asked on the forum where I posted this yesterday, is this a Catholic college? I mean, is this owned by the Catholic authorities in Cameroon?
I get that a lot too. I really get that a lot. Actually, we focus on the holistic values of the child, but St. Mary's International College and University Institute, it's not a 100% Catholic school because we are open to other denominations, but we really prioritize the holistic values of the child. St. Mary's is because our founder, Mr. Atang Paul, his mother's name is Mary. So that's how come we come about with the name St. Mary's. And that's his own way of keeping the memory of his mom fresh. And he has used the school to give back to humanity a legacy that will be remembered forever. And adding to that, our founder is a staunch Catholic. I'm sure everybody knows him. And he also holds all those values dear to his heart. So that name, St. Mary's, goes both ways. It goes religiously and it goes ancestrally. Thank you.
So that is great, and I know that I'll differ with you just to say yes, it's Catholic, 100% Catholic, even though it's not owned by the Catholic Church, isn't it? Mr. Atang is
Yes.
is a proud, a very proud Catholic, and if you know
Yes, he
anything
is. He's
about
a
him,
staunch one, a serious one.
you
He
cannot.
doesn't play with his values.
Yes, and
We
I'm glad
even
that
we even have a chapel, a very big chapel that can take over 600 people
good. So
in
again,
our campus.
great. That's what I was going to point to when we come to talk about the facilities. That one of the big things in there is a chapel, isn't it? Right in the
Yes,
center of the campus, you have that, and I know what he put in that chapel, where he got the vestments, the vessels, everything, all that Catholic. But let's move away,
yes,
just to clear that
yes,
out. So
certainly.
yes, St. Mary's, and correct me please, is St. Mary's International College and University Institute. Am I right? Is that the correct name of
Yes,
the?
please. Yes, St. Mary's International College and University Institute.
Okay, so we haven't explained St. Mary's. Let's get to the international. Why international?
International because we have decided to give back to our society. We have decided that instead of our parents going out there to look for quality education in other foreign countries, we prefer to have all the kids here with us. So we do the Cambridge system of education, which means at the level of year 9, the learners take the checkpoint. At the level of year 11, they will take the IGCSE. And at the level of year 12, they will take the AS and year 13 A level. So we have the Cambridge system of education. Then we have the international baccalaureate at the level of the high school too. And we are also working currently hand in hand with our consultant INCA on the American system as well. So that is what makes it international.
So that's kind of interesting that you're going to have students as they go through from one year to the other, depending on where they are on that journey. They're going to have different certifications or different college recognized by different institutions. And for now,
Of
what I
course.
hear you saying is going to have that focus from the British system, Cambridge system, all those ones that you have called. You are now also working
Yeah.
on getting the American system to be plugged in. How about the
Yeah.
African system? What is African? Because this again is
Oh, we are the first school in Central Africa to run the general, the commercial, and the technical on one campus. Prove me wrong. So national, we are done. We have all the attestations, authorizations to run all of that. So we are a technical school, we are a commercial school, and we are a general school.
so that means the students who come to St. Mary's International College and University Institute are going to graduate. Those who are in general are going to take. They're going to write the GC supervised by Cameroon. Am I getting that correct?
Certainly,
And then
certainly.
they also have Cambridge, and they'll go through all that. Great. So now you are just starting off. Are you starting all three departments at the same time? Are you starting general, commercial, technical at the same time, or you are starting one section and moving to the other progressively? What is happening at this point?
We are starting everything at the same time. So the parents or the learners are going to choose what they will actually want to do. They will go through a placement test and the counseling to actually know if what they have really decided to do is what is best for them. But what we're going to do for this first year is we want to groom our own learners. We're not just after the cash, after the money, after many learners. So for this reason, we have decided that for this first year, we are going to run from 1 to Form 3 and lower set. That is because we want to groom our own learners. We want to bring them up in our own system, way uh, of education. And we are called the fountain of learning and character. And that is just not for nothing, because we are not just there for the academic aspect of the child. We also want to mold them and bring them up and actually inculcate good cultures and values in them.
So that is great. Again, for those who are watching, you're welcome onto the Lambom Show, and I'm on set with the first vice principal of St. Mary's International College and University Institute, found in Tiko, Cameroon. And what we just heard is they are running a comprehensive school, comprehensive in terms of general education, commercial education, and technical education. And the next thing we have just learned is that they are going to begin this year. They are opening it up to Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, and lower 6. So,
Yes, please.
Miss Pristel,
Yes,
tell
please.
me, Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, how many students are you expecting? And if somebody wants to enroll at this point, what should they do?
Okay, the first thing I would like our viewers to know is that we have a limited class size. So we are not taking more than 30 per class. And I wish you could watch our videos. You will see how large our class size is. In a normal school, our class size can take about 70 to 80, but we are taking just 30 per class. So as the month of March actually began, we are open for registrations. So you can check out our website, or you could call our different numbers, or you could come to our campus, because we need to prepare for the interviews of the learners. Then we need to take them through a placement test. So all of that takes time. So if by the end of April, our class size is up to 30, we stop registrations. So it's just based on our class size.
So tell me again, class size could mean different things. So are you saying you have from 1A, from 1B, from 1C, and in from 1A we have 30, from 1B we have 30, from 1C we have 30, or the whole of from
Yes,
1 will
so
just...
we're actually envisaging of having about, let's say 400 learners for this academic year, because we
Okay.
have a pretty big campus. So our campus can take from 1 up to A to D. Let's not exaggerate. Let's say
Yes.
4. That's fine.
Good. So again, for those who are watching, and I really want to get into the meat of this, and let me do this. Tell me, what is it about St. Mary's International College and University Institute that should attract people? Because again, just looking at the structure, the buildings, first of all, is something new, isn't it? It's a new build, new, everything there is new. And we may
Yeah.
want to brag to say everything there, most of it comes from America. But but what is it about St. Mary's College, St. Mary's International College, that should attract parents to bring their kids?
Anyway, I would say beyond the structure, let's look at the system of education. Let's look at what the learners are going to actually get from our school. To begin with, we are practicing the Danielson framework of education, which means we have put the 22 components of learning together and we have merged them into 4. So we are looking at the planning and the preparation. We are looking at the classroom environment. We're looking at instruction. And finally, we're looking at the professional responsibilities of our staffs. So the first thing St. Mary's International School has done is we have we have handpicked the best of staffs worldwide. Yes, of course, beyond Cameroon. So we have staffs that are dedicated. We have staffs that will be there for the learners. The means of actually instruction is not actually lecture. Like we listen, the learner is never empty. So we tap more from the learner, and all the teachers are there to actually guide. If I want to talk about what will make you come to St. Mary's, I can go on and on. Okay, our dormitories are just 4 per room. So, and we have we have washrooms per floor. So we have over 5 floors, and we have over 112 rooms, which we will actually house all the males separately, really far from the girls. So that's something that is not common these days when you talk about dormitories. We also have what we call a relaxation center or a relaxation room. The girls' dormitory also has one, and the boys too as well. So they have where they can play their table tennis, they can watch TV, they can play board games, they can actually play cards. So we're doing everything to make St. Mary's feel like a home away from home. And if you know our founder very well, he's someone who does not joke with good sportsmanship. I will tell you, I've not seen anything of that time. When I call it top notch gymnasium, people always say you and that top notch. But I'm telling you, it's one of the most modern things I've ever seen in my life so far. So we also focus on the health and the sportsmanship of the child, because the child cannot only learn and learn and learn, they actually need some time to actually play. And when we talk about St. Mary's being 100% boarding facility, every parent has to worry about health, about food. At St. Mary's, I can guarantee that we can do a video of the meals of our learners. We're looking at a diet that we don't want to spill out our secret, but a diet of maybe no wheat, like no bread and all those things. We would do our bread with different healthy nutrients. There's no afternoon or eve or every lunch, every dinner carries fruits. Like, we have decided to make sure that we focus on the unhealthy, rich fiber foods for our learners. And that's not all. Have you seen our library? Hmm. They say if you want to hide something from some people we know, you should put it in writing. But I bet you at St. Mary's, reading is going to be fun. The learners will be crazy about reading, because we have made the environment very conducive, and we have literacy teachers that will be there for them to walk them through these aspects. Amazing librarians with years of experience who are actually there to actually guide them.
As you're talking, I'm already, I mean, it's like saliva all over because of the things that you're talking about. And I know because Mr. Paul Atang is a man who is committed to excellence. And I just, for the sake of, let me be upfront, Paul is an ex-student of Sacred Heart College, Mancon. So you can't beat that, isn't it? It's the best school in Cameroon, okay? And remember, one of the things that Paul used to be very proud about when he left Sacred Heart and went to Cas Bambili is that he had one of the best grades in economics in Cas Bambili, isn't it? So it's about excellence. And you can see that he's trying to take the mentality that he had in Sacred Heart about excellence. Because in Sacred Heart, how many people were in class? You didn't have more than 20 or 25 at most, isn't it, in one class, and moved on. I mean, but beyond that, so you have just listened there. If you want to call that an ad, why should you send your child to St. Mary's? It is all about excellence, because the excellence is not just about in academics. So you don't have crowded classrooms. That's one. Isn't it 30 per class? You can't beat that. Everybody has their own little seat. Okay. The teachers are top notch. And I'm like, okay, you guys already hired teachers. I didn't know that you already have the teachers in place. So you guys have top notch teachers. I'm guessing that from all over. And you didn't tell us. You didn't tell us, Miss Pristel, and I know this.
We have about 80% of our teachers in place. We are open to the public. We could receive 20% more.
Yeah, but the thing I was excited about is that there's staff quarters constructed there. So it's not just about students having a good place to study, I mean, think about that. Hostels, 4 in a room.
We, yeah.
That you can't. I mean,
And we also have apartments for our teachers. Our teachers live on campus. We have 3 bedrooms, and the minimum is a 2-bedroom flat for our teachers. I know people get worried too about electricity with the way NAO is behaving these days. We have a 24/7 standby gen. We have about 3 of the best branded gens on our campus. And we also have solar energy. So the parents should not worry that maybe the kids will be in the dark or they will feel heat. No, at St. Mary's, there's nothing of that sort. And we also have an infirmary, because those are small, small things that parents worry about. Our infirmary can handle first aid situations before we are taking the child to his or her doctor or to his or her hospital. We have a 2024 school bus, so transportation is not an issue in St. Mary's. I could go on and on. I won't stop.
yeah, you can see me. I'm laughing because again, that's very, very exciting. But to the core of it, because I think this kind of a one-stop shop for everything, isn't it? You bring the child there, you are guaranteed the safety and security of the child. The child is going to be able to learn. Okay, the environment is conducive for learning, and if the child falls sick, there is also guarantee for health and eating. You know, one of the problems that many boarding schools have is about eating, isn't it? But then there's also guarantees that they are going to have very, very good meals. Okay, and you have taken care of. And I was excited about the sports because, again, Mr. Atang is a soccer fan, especially Manchester United. I know you know
we
one
we
about
have
Manchester
a
United.
very big football field too. We also have that.
Right. So
And yes. I also noticed that Mr. Atang is someone who focuses a lot when it comes to sciences. It's the first school I've seen in Central Africa that has a separate biology lab. I wish we could be talking like this and the images are there. People say it is photo shoot. Each time I show them, I say no, I video call at times. So we have a separate biology lab, well equipped, chemistry, separate, well equipped, and we also have a physics lab. So 3 separate labs, all well equipped, up to standard. I'm talking like at now, not that we are waiting for the school to actually start.
So again, it's like heaven on earth. From what I hear, it
It
seems
is.
as if you wanted heaven in Cameroon, you should go to St. Mary's International College and University. So the university
Yeah,
part is
yeah.
what we have
And
not
when
talked
you and when you talk about that, it ties with our vision. The vision is that we envision ourselves as a fountain of learning, and then we are empowering each student with the skills, the resilience, and the character. We want them to become exemplary citizens, and we want them to be the leaders who will make a profound world. So that ties with our vision.
So character, because very often we think about schools as a place where we just go to gain academic skills, but here we also have character formation and ensuring that the students become better citizens. But Miss Pristel, look,
Yes, please.
the one criticism we have had against education in general, especially in Cameroon, has been the fact, for example, that we went to school and studied things that are not relevant to what we are currently doing. So they used to ask us to draw and label the parts of a cockroach, or you are studying fishing in Norway, and you are wondering how that is relevant. So this, I mean, I know you explained a little bit, but how is St. Mary's going to be different? That they're not just helping students to cram. What is it that St. Mary is going to do to show that there is a change from how education in Cameroon, in Africa, is to making sure that the children are actually acquiring skills?
Okay, that's great. Let me take you to our mission. I hope I'm not okay.
No,
So we want to equip the students in a way that they will become independent learners. who can actively engage. They can engage in a diverse society as a whole. We want to promote a safe, equitable, and responsive learning environment for academic. We're also looking at their social and their emotional growth. And we prioritize critical thinking, problem solving, and communication skills. And permit me say that our founder is an economist. St. Mary's is going to bring up learners that we are proud of. And because we are proud of them, we are willing to actually employ them by ourselves in our different institutions. And we are in serious partnership with very big institutions that will take these learners as, as soon as they are ready for the job market. So at St. Mary's, there is nothing that will be useless or irrelevant to any child because we go way beyond bookwork. We look way beyond that.
So very important, and I'm glad you also mentioned that. So the one thing that I've learned about St. Mary's, yeah, I mean, we keep going back to the founder, is because that's where the vision comes from, isn't it? He has
Yes.
taken every aspect of his life and has made that into that integral part of St. Mary's University, college and university. And you see that it's not just about school, it's not just about learning those basic things. It's also about what making sure that people who come out from there are not just looking for jobs. They themselves will be able to. And one thing that we have not talked about is technology. How about that part? I know you mentioned the labs, but I also know, having seen the footage of the digital workshop or digital places in St. Mary's, that you also are focused on your computers, isn't it? How
Yes,
is
yes.
St. Mary's integrating technology into the education of children when they come to St. Mary's?
Okay, we have our lab. We have our lab with the most recent laptops, and we have also employed teachers that are not only there to actually teach, but they are teachers who teach and learn as well in the process. So they are actually there, and they will be present at all times to make sure that this IT generation or this ICT generation, each learner that comes into St. Mary's stays up to date, and why not go way beyond the technology that we have at the moment. And we will actually be using Starlink on our campus, backed by a couple of different internet sources, because we want to make sure that there is no disappointment at any time. And talking about that, we also have an online library, which is part of the ways we are investing and going higher when it comes to tech.
So tell me, let's get to the difficult part that many people are worried about: school fees. So again, the average person in Cameroon makes civil servant 250,000 a month. What is the school fees for St. Mary's?
The school fees for St. Mary's for our boarding facility and for everything it's 3 million for the lower circle, but we have actually stretched out our payment plan in a way that even the average Cameroonian, like you say, can actually pay. So we are willing to stretch our payment plan. We know that where we are located, we have farmers. Of course, we are willing to actually exchange cash crops for school fees. And we are also going a long way to we have scholarships for those outstanding learners. Especially that's our way we want to give back to the society of Tiko, where our school is actually found. So there are many ways that the child can get into St. Mary's, and we are really flexible in our payment plan. Like you said, the average government worker touches 250,000 a month. But do you know how much they feed their children in 1 year? We're feeding your child for 1 year. Do you know how much they pay for shelter in 1 year? We're offering your child shelter in 1 year. Do you know how much they pay for leisure activities? They go to those parks and all those things in a year. At St. Mary's, it's a home away from home. Everything in one. I believe that if we are honest to ourselves and we do the calculations the right way, you will certainly tell me that they should be paying more.
Yeah, so again, I just brought that up, but you remember, even when we went to Sacred Heart, most of our parents were not well to do. Okay, our parents did not even earn up to that. There are people whose parents did not make up to 50,000 in a month, but they were
Yeah,
able to send their children to Sacred Heart College. You know, even
you're
though
right.
we hear stories today about that the rich people are the ones. No, those elite colleges, you know, parents, I mean, if you know the right thing, you know what is good, isn't it? You do everything to make sure that your child, and you touched on it before, very often parents send their children abroad, secondary school, they want them to go to the elite colleges in the UK, in America, elsewhere. You have that elite college now in Cameroon, like you said, the one and only one in the entire Central Africa region, isn't it? You want them to do commercial education, you have St. Mary's. You want them to do technical, you have St. Mary's. You want them to
The
do
one bus
general
stop.
education, you have St. Mary's. And it's good because you have all of that. And I don't know, maybe because you mentioned it, I wanted to find out. So if somebody comes in and let's say is in Form 1, and you realize that this child is good for technical education, can they switch from that Form 1 now to go over to the technical side? Are you able to call it counsel students to be able to say, hey, based on what we are seeing, maybe this may not be the best option. This is where you are going to excel. Is that something that you are able to offer?
Of course, we are offering counseling, let me say 24/7, because we have a counselor who is specifically there for that. And we also have our school's platform, which is part of our ICT. The parents can follow up on the meals of their kids, the lesson of their kids, what's happening with their kids in discipline, in every aspect, like online.
Wow.
So if it comes to the case, the parent must not really come on campus. That's why we are there as administrators. We can do Zoom meetings with the parents, counsel them, show them all the necessary proofs, and then of course that child can actually switch. Because we will all do a placement test at the beginning of the year, but it doesn't stop there because we follow up each child detailedly till the end. So if we discover something along the line, for example, we can actually put in a child and we see that the English or in chemistry or biology, they are not the best, we will actually make out extra hours to actually take those learners after school. So our teachers know that St. Mary's is their first and the place they actually prioritize. They will not be hopping here and there. So they have all the time for the learners.
So again, I find it incredible, okay, that these kind of opportunities, because we grew up in a system where everybody was or most parents wanted their children to have. Now they talk about 11 O levels and 5 A levels. That's not just the aim, isn't it? Move beyond that, and there are many opportunities. And I'm fascinated by the ICT, the technology platform where parents can really log in and see the progress.
Yes, they
Because
can.
like
They
we
can.
discussed at the beginning, you know, for parents who live in the UK, who live in the United States, who live in Asia or wherever, and they are
They have
thinking
no
about
worries.
sending
They
their
can
children
follow
to
up on
Cameroon.
their children daily. They have no issue.
Good. So let's talk
They
about
can.
security, because you are located in
Yes.
the southwest region in Cameroon, and the northwest and southwest regions in Cameroon have been in problems, and schools have been, that we have had this issue. What about the security situation? And I know if you are wondering where this is, tell us first of all, Where is this school located? And how safe and secured is this place?
Okay, our school is located at Modeka, Tiko. So we are like 1 minute away from the toll gate. So to begin with, personally, I've never heard of any incident around that area, since crisis or no crisis. And secondly, there is no security outside of the community. Whoever we say these people are, they are part of the community. For example, we are working actively with the community. St. Mary's has provided labor to their communities. Most of the workers we employ, apart from the big engineers, they are from that community. We are in very good terms with the chiefs, the funds, all those people around there. Sometimes we even organize friendly matches. So St. Mary's is already grounded. We can say we'll be more deca people, not the shake. Sorry for the pigeon. So, so we are grounded with the community, and the community is our first security. Then now our school is enclosed. We are in an enclosed, if you watch our video, we are in an enclosed environment. We have all the modern cameras, the scanners, the workers. You know, security is something you don't just announce everything online.
Yeah, yeah.
But I want to assure the parents that it's safe for their kids. And if they want to know more, they can meet me inbox, contact St. Mary's line. And once I'm sure they are the right people, because some people come to tease us so that they can come and play with our security. Once I'm sure that no, this is really a parent and this is it, I can open up and tell them all the details they need to know about our security.
No,
Thank
and
you.
that is important. So for those who are skeptical, those who are scared, they're afraid of, okay, given the situation, what's the security? You just heard it from the vice principal right there. St. Mary's is very secured. And I love the fact of the community, because that's your first security. If the community cannot, if you're not like in good terms with the community, then it's like your immune system is completely open. And more to that, enclosed environment, there's no reason for people to be afraid. So those of, I mean, again, like I said, for those who are in America, those who are in the UK, those who are abroad and want their kids, and this is my next question for you, do you envisage some kids who leave Europe, America, and come over? How do you intend to acclimatize them so that they become used to the environment in Cameroon, because that's quite different. There are many of us, many parents here who love their kids to come back, and we have been having problems because of security, but also scared. How is this child going to survive there? What do you have to say to those parents?
I want to tell the parents that St. Mary's is safe, and St. Mary's is there for their kids. I also want to tell them that there is this aspect, like we say, we are focused on having all the A's, but like our motto, we are focused on the character of the child. There is no form of corporal punishment in St. Mary's, but we do have counselors who are there to counsel these children. And if you go through our campus, I think everything that is over there in any school abroad is found in our campus. I know I don't have to go back to our founder, but believe me, he has built this school in a way that all his kids will school in St. Mary's. I don't know if there's any other more guarantee or proof that someone would actually want. I want to tell you that send these kids to us, leave them in our hands. You can follow up on them online at all times, and they will be fine. We have many people from abroad who have shown a lot of interest, and they are not just focused on having A's, they are focused on us molding that character and making them better citizens. And that is why we are here. And that is what really makes us stand out.
So I'm very grateful for that, because again, there are genuine issues regarding bringing up kids abroad. I mean, no jokes. I have three kids, and I know what it means. All of them are in a public school, and I understand the challenges. Most parents here, they are looking at it, and that's also because we grew up in Africa. Now we are growing up here, and we are looking at our own kids and wondering what is happening, because we brought. And I was laughing when you said no corporal punishment, because maybe some of us are what we are today because of corporal punishment. I know that it's not it's
Not
not allowed.
every
It's not, it's not allowed, but I think it's
No,
important.
even no form of corporal or verbal abuse is
Right.
tolerated in St. Mary's. We bring up the learners to respect us, and we respect them as well.
That's great. And for those who are watching, please, I just put up the link. If you want to find out more about St. Mary's, that you have it right there. St. Mary's Tiko.org. You please go in, try if there are anything. And Mr. Pristel, if there's send to me something that you want, like general information that I can put out for people who want to reach out directly to you. And because I
Okay,
have
maybe
somebody,
put up our phone number.
yes, something like that. So, Beatrice Ndikum, I am proud of what the proprietor of this very prestigious college is offering to the citizens of Cameroon and beyond. Way to go, our pioneer VP. Proud of you. I'm sure you know this
Thank
person.
you.
Yeah, so
Thank
thank you,
you.
Ms. Beatrice. Again, so in the remainder of the time that we have, I'm wondering, you are anticipating having 400 students. We talked about the interviews. When somebody walk me through the process, somebody wants their child to come to St. Mary's today, what should they do?
You want your child to come to St. Mary's today, you just go online, you fill the form, which we will actually receive. You can pay the registration fee of 250,000 at any EcoBank branch. And those who don't want to follow, maybe do those things online, we are reachable on phone. We're reachable on phone. We're reachable by our email addresses, which I will send to you so you could put on the screen. You can also use that to actually get to us. So
Good.
after that, we will get back to you on the day of the interview. Then we will interview. If your child is accepted, we'll let you know by mail. If the child was actually denied, we will ask if you want the child to be put on a waiting list or the way forward, just like that. It's not complicated.
Good. And you are anticipating having students, so there's no barrier. It's not as if you have, once we have 10 kids from Cameroon or 20 kids from America, that's it. Are you anticipating having from across Africa and the world? Are you
Of
admitting from
course,
across?
we get calls from all over the world, and we are not biased in any way. The first policy is that we are fair to everyone and to all our learners, and we are ready to have learners worldwide.
Okay, so for those,
We're going to
again,
have as many cultural diversity as possible, and that is what makes it beautiful.
so if you were just joining and you missed from the beginning, there are a couple of things I wanted to point out, because many people want their kids to travel abroad, to come to the US, to go to the UK. This is the easiest way to do it, huh? Go to St. Mary's, because they have partnerships with
Yeah,
universities, they have partnerships with different institutions. And if you're able to excel in St. Mary's, that is a gateway
that's
for you to
what it
go
is.
through. The aim of St. Mary's is to avoid the brain drain. We don't want the best students going abroad. They should stay there, isn't it?
That's
And the last part that we
that's
have not talked about, which is what I want us to focus on, what are the courses? So university, we talked about, you are beginning with Form 1 to 3 and lower 6. What about the University Institute?
The University Institute. We're doing mechanical engineering, technical engineering, nursing, caring for the old. We're doing so many courses for the university, but our university actually kickstarts next year. That's why I was
Good.
not so focused on it.
Good.
Yes.
So
So,
again,
and then we're already talking partnerships of learners, now in Canada and USA and all of that, of learners doing 2 years here and the last year of their studies abroad, which is actually going to start effectively next year. And just yesterday, St. Mary's was granted to be a private higher teachers training college. So we'll be training our own teachers in the nearest time to come.
good. So that's exciting. That last piece of you can do 2 years at St. Mary's, then you complete the next 2 years abroad. I'm sure you're going to have many students
Excellent.
flooding in. But again,
Excellent.
we just heard the focus for this year actually is Form 1 to 3
Excellent.
and lower 6. And the
Yes,
vice
please.
principal just explained to us, look, you can't beat this. You can't find this anywhere. Okay. If you are looking for a Sacred Heart College Mancon, you're looking for an Our Lady of Lourdes, you're looking for those best colleges in Cameroon, you have it in St. Mary's. Everything
Yeah.
and even much more.
Everything
They
in
have a
one.
gymnasium, they have a library, everything in one, the best. And the exciting thing for me, most exciting thing for me is how a parent can follow the student's progress online. Okay, log
Certainly.
in and you're able to follow. Some of us, we left school and went and told our parents that the school did not give us our report cards, and they were waiting for the report cards. And before they discovered it, we will not be able to have that now. We don't have access to that because you can follow that online. And so I'm encouraging as many parents. It's not just that St. Mary's is something new. The vision of St. Mary's, the mission of St. Mary's is something that is call it a mindset shift. It's
Yes.
a revolution in education in Africa, and I'm glad that we're able to, you see a man who has come to the United States. He has been here for a while. He's a businessman, an entrepreneur. He's a Catholic, an ex-student, and he was a teacher. Paul taught in the University of Boya, isn't it? He did that,
Yeah.
but has taken all these experiences and is looking at how do I solve the problem of education in Cameroon, in Africa? How do I enable the same kind of environment that I found in the United States? So if you are looking for that kind of thing, St. Mary's is the place to be. So give me an
And
example. Go ahead.
and I tell you that St. Mary's is here to change the narratives. Believe me.
I can see that. So give me you talked about some, I don't want to say, the kind of teachers that you have. Are there some teachers that you think you want to highlight for people to know that these are the quality of teachers that you have? Because you said there are some that have come from abroad, isn't it? You hired some people even from abroad. That's interesting.
Yes, so we have international teachers who have taught in the international system. We have a lot of them, and we also have those who have taught in the national system. And that is not all. We have our consultant who will be coming into the country by the month of July. Whether you are international or you are national, we have a training that we will do for the first 3 weeks before the teachers get into class. And let me talk about our summer camp. We have our summer camp coming up in the month of August, which is going to be a way for the parents for us to test run all our facilities. So if you're thinking you're not too sure, okay, send your child for 1 week or two and see how the child feels about the environment as a whole before you can enroll your child. That's if we will still have space, because I doubt that in the month of August and Louis will still have space.
So again, so there's a summer camp. Is that so? You're saying the summer camp will be for the
Yes,
students
we
who have
have a
been
summer camp from the 27th of July to the 27th of August.
1 month.
So 1 week is 50,000, or you could pay for the month for 200,000. We will be housing the learners on campus. Same thing like during the school year, because we want to test run all our facilities and see how comfortable all the learners will feel before the school actually starts.
Wow.
And we should have hired all our teachers latest June, because they have to undergo a minimum 3 weeks to 1 month training. whether experienced or not experienced, we train them again.
I was willing. I mean, you avoided my question about giving me names of some prominent teachers, and I get the point. But that's
They are still under contract in their various schools.
I get that. I knew that.
So
But
we don't want to put them in trouble here,
no,
right?
right. I get it. But again, you see just the way it works. The fact that you are even thinking of having teachers get together, train, you do a test run of the students, they come and they stay in the facilities for 1 month, 1 week, 1 month before school starts. That's, you can't beat that. You know, the problem we have had with education in Cameroon is many people are just doing trial and error. They go and do some things and they just fast money and all that. But here we have a vision. They want to see. You get 4 students in a room. I've never seen a dormitory in Cameroon in any school, anyone that has 4. And I've seen those rooms. I've seen the beds. I've seen their lockers, you know, and come on. So everything is guaranteed. Quality is the watchword. And I think that it's a great initiative. And all of us everywhere, that on every forum, every platform where I've been, everybody congratulates the proprietor, the owner, and you all who are putting this vision. I mean, you could have a bright idea. You could build all this. If you don't have technocrats and people who understand that, it will be difficult to implement. And that's why we want to congratulate you all. Miss Pristel, any last words?
Okay. I want to just say that I look forward to seeing these amazing learners at St. Mary's. And if you have any worries, he's going to put up our contact email addresses, which you can get to us personally. And I want to say a big thank you to Mr. Atang Paul, because I say he's a man who has decided to put humanity first. And I say it all the time because I don't think if it's for business, even in the next 20 years, I don't think he can recover, even 30. So I really see him as a humanitarian who has really put in his best into this. And I see that he has seen what he has been all over the world. He has seen what education is. And he's like, hey, why not bring this back home? And that is what he has done. And I want to thank you too. You were an amazing host. You made it easy.
So thank you very much, Ms. Priscilla. And I think it's important to emphasize the fact that please get me those contacts before you go so that I can put them on. While it's important to emphasize that fact of, I mean, I had a little chat with Mr. Atang, I think last week, and he said, we all think that the best qualities are found abroad. And it's why not have this too in Cameroon? Why not have this in Africa? And he said, Africa is rich. We are the ones who are making it poor, and we can have excellent quality, excellent standards, the same standards that we find in the USA, in the UK, abroad, these same standards, and even better standards. We can have that in Africa. And that is what he's seeking to bring through this magnificent project, St. Mary's. Unfortunately, I could not play the video, and I think that it's important that the next time we're getting on, just look at it. So if you are even thinking that you are wondering whether this is a good thing to do, you heard it from the vice principal, the elegant and Miss Pristel. So great talking with you. She laid it out so well. There's a test run in July. So if you want to test it, if you are in the United States, you are in the UK, wherever you are, you want to see whether this is something that's going to be good for your kid, why not try it? 1 year, okay? You can send your child for 1 year at St. Mary's, and if it's not working, okay, but try it. In July, they have a summer camp, and the summer camp is going to do what? Help the students. You all can make that determination. The child can come and stay there for one week, or can stay for all 4 weeks, okay? Before the start of school. That part of it is even more exciting for me. The fact that, you know, people before they actually come to eat, they are having a foretaste of it. They are having an avant-goût. You can go in, let the child stay there for a week, stay there for 2-3 weeks, then you can judge for yourself. So please, St. Mary's, a revolution that is happening in Africa. I see you just sent me this. Let me put this up so that
I
everybody.
sent you the numbers and the email address as well.
Yes, let me put that up. So if you are,
okay, I just wanted to say we're not test running just the facilities and the learners, even the teachers, to see if what we have taught them, they can put it into practice.
Wow.
Yes.
So you are telling me that you can teach somebody can be hired like that and they may lose their job after the test run, eh?
Of course, of course. What starts in September?
So again, if you are thinking that
have
you
to
just
sit
go
up
there and be playing, you're on your own, eh? You're on your own. You're on your own. So I'm trying to get this. So the phone number, give me a second.
You want me to actually read it out? No problem.
Yes, you can do that. And also.
So we have +237. We have 82810180. And the second number, +237. We have 6828100034. And you can get us on admission@stmarys-tico.com.
So one more time, the numbers for me. Hold on 1 second. I have 237 was
82
82
81
81
01
01
80.
80.
Yes, and the second one.
So 82810180.
Yes, please.
Yes, and the second
Correct.
one.
68.
68.
I consider that you have put +237 already.
Yes, yes.
68 28 10 034.
Okay. 68281003. So 237-82810180. 237-68281034. Admissions at stmarys-tico.org.
Certainly. Thank you.
So again, if you want any information as to how to enroll, when to enroll, anything you need about St. Mary's, there you have it. And like somebody just said, wow, St. Mary's International College and University Institute. It is wow, really. Come and see. One and only one. Again, I know I asked you for your last word, but thank you very much. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. And I am going to make sure, maybe, because I know there's an official launching coming up in April.
Oh, yes, on the 26th of April. We're going to have our official launching. We're going to make a lot of noise. We're making noise already. So join us. Join us. We will actually have the event live as well. So even if you can't make it physically, do well to join us online, please.
So again, that date is
ribbon. We're cutting the ribbon. We're officially opening St. Mary's on the 26th of April, 2024.
Good. So St. Mary's officially April 26th, and before then, I'm sure you and I are going to connect again. I'm struggling to make sure that I get you guys. Every time you have something, you know how to get me. But thank you for your time, Miss Pristel. Somehow I've never known that name. I'm always struggling between Crystal and Pristel, but that's fine. Miss Pristel, thank you very much, and I appreciate the time we spent. You have been a great, and you are a great ambassador of St. Mary's International College and University Institute. Congratulations for all the work. Until next time.
For the name. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.